That's not going to work. Why are you guys so short?
That was awesome!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. I'm Kyle.
I'm Aaron, and
I'm Tarak.
And we're over here at Elixir Spirits, and today we're going to try some Cat's Eye Distillery whiskey. And Mr. Gene Nassif was nice enough to send us over some samples, so we're going to go ahead and try them. We're not going to give prices on these. I don't know what any of the retails on them are, but
They're still not in this market yet.
Yeah, they're not even in the state yet. So, but we are going to go through and taste them and just kind of give our overall thoughts on them and just see which ones we like the best.
Yeah.
So anyway,
We'll start from lower proof, I guess.
so which one's lower proof?
You have the samples, you should know.
I think they're on
I
here.
think the one that's from Iowa.
129 proof, 117, 126, 134. So 117, 2.4.
You have said 4 proofs, if I'm not wrong. It should be 5th.
134, 126, 117, 129.
Okay.
That's only 4 though, so is this one
The
the 80
fifth
proof?
one, I think that should be 80 proof, if I'm not wrong.
okay, we'll do that one first.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah. See how much burns.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah.
You are...
It was
Hey,
Fail.
failed.
it was full to the
no,
brim.
no. Let a
To the
professional.
brim.
Let a professional do this.
To the brim. Le brim.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
For pouring
gonna
me
let the
heavy.
man pour his
You
own.
need more. Yes. I'm going to keep it light.
You want me to... Here, I'll let you pour.
I'll let me pour myself.
Here, wait. Why don't I just pour it and we'll just leave it in the glass?
Alright. Just in case we need to revisit.
Well, there it is to revisit. And we'll set this one right like that, so we know.
Essence
So-
of Iowa, first one. You're not tasting.
I can. I was going to take his so that we could save on
Cheers.
Cheers.
the... Cheers.
Definitely smells like a lot lower proof. So I think you were right.
Tastes like a lower proof.
Does it burn like lower proof?
No.
We get like honey and green apples.
I went right in.
apples.
I didn't even smell it. I'm not going to lie. I can go back and smell it.
Aaron's all in.
This is a big nose for lower proof, if it's lower proof.
It's drinking lower. It's drinking a lot lower. But definitely got the fruity.
Full
Light
body
fruit.
mouthfeel. Nice finish. It's a fruit front to finish. So it's nice complexity for 80 proof.
A lot of fruit on that.
A lot of character.
Like a mixed fruit. Like a fruit bowl.
And if I remember correctly, Gene also sent me one sample, not me, but to a distributor. And I had opportunity to try with him. And this Essence of Iowa is great for low proof whiskey.
Yeah, I would, at 80 proof, I would take that over like Basil Hayden.
Basil Hayden is my baseline. So
That's your baby.
when I need to reset my palate, that's where I go. I have no complaints with Basil Hayden. It pays a good chunk of bill.
There's a note in here that I'm trying to figure out right now. Definitely get this fruit, but there's something else going on there. And for a lower proof, it's not burning, which is always a
It
plus.
might be high proof, we don't know it.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You say that.
This is maybe 90, but
Here is how I think. It's quite often I relate with scotches. Is when I taste a scotch, all the flavors stays in my face. It stays on my jaws. There is no burn in most of the scotches going down the throat. And that's what I feel right now. It might be high malt. It might be all malt.
it is really good.
It's nice
So-
cereal dessert notes on it.
I think you're right on that malt heavy. For sure.
I'm guessing probably 90 proof at max, though.
Maybe you use barrel.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
So-
Scotch notes on it, so I'm curious on what this actually is.
I'm not calling Scotch notes, but I'm calling it the smoothness
Cereal.
wise.
Right. Oh, totally.
That
But I'm
cereal
curious on
maltiness.
what this is because we don't have that on our list.
So we do have a list of the description of all the rest of these, just not this one. So,
So I dropped the cat.
and I went ahead and put them in order of lowest to highest proof.
Yeah.
So we
This is delicious.
It was very good. Does anyone want to rinse out the glass?
I do.
It was very good.
I like it. Gene, good job on that one.
Thank you.
Totally.
Nope,
Other side.
wrong way. Left to right.
Not all of us read left to right.
Some of
see your
us don't
glass.
read at all.
So we're gonna let the
I'm
professional
going
pour.
to, I'm going to pour myself. I don't need that heavy pour. She does.
Sorry, I'm used to the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, is that enough? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh. Totally different on the nose.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a perfect pour for me.
I pour them heavy on the show.
I get it.
So that is red is coming to mind, and I'm
Red.
red. Don't ask
Like
me why.
red fruit or red?
Just
The color red?
Just the color red is.
This smells like purple, and the snozberries
Is
taste like
it-
snozberries.
Is it red like Fireball? Is it red like
No.
apple?
I'm not. See, when I think red, I
More
think
like
cinnamon, and this
red
is
like-
not.
like raspberry kind of.
I'm not picking tartness on it.
I do get like a cinnamony. I know you
No.
don't, but
There's this hint of like baking soda spice, bake spice that I could understand where you're getting spice on it, but I'm not getting red.
that's a conundrum. Like that's
Baking soda is interesting note though. Makes me think of clean. I mean, there is a underlying sweet notes,
Yes.
and maybe it's some of them probably left over from the previous pour.
No, I'm getting sweetness. This one is a conundrum. It definitely, there's nothing dark in it whatsoever. There's no leather. There's no, think I can start doing that one. Go with what you don't smell versus what you do smell. No leather, no cherry, no dusty, none of those dark smells.
what are you getting?
Or no tobacco.
Usually you're like Johnny on the spot, but
I say it's not an off flavor for me. It doesn't turn me off. It definitely
No,
no, it definitely doesn't turn me off. It's just
I'm getting
it's different.
Sweet, yes.
Maybe-
Sweet
That's
caramel, maybe, because that's what I'm getting. Brown sugar. Baking
maybe a
spice.
brown sugar. There is a sweetness underlying, and it's not something I'm picking up. Probably want to say a fresh furniture that's not been polished.
Like a woody smell.
A little bit woodiness.
I can see the green smell to it, like a not a young bottle, but like a greeny, earthy smell.
But it's not hay, it's not corn.
no, it's not young, but so I went
We
in.
can go with like a process of elimination, and it's
That's
still
where I
fine.
that's where I had to start. I was like, okay, let's go with what I don't
And I was
smell.
like everything you say, and like not that, not
Nope.
that.
I can get behind the.
So go ahead and taste it. I'm not going to say what I got until.
Whoa. So front end, very sweet, not in like an overly sugary sweet like grossness, but like sweet, and then it finishes with a really lovely tobacco and smoky
But
flavors
up front,
on the end.
I'm picking up on a taste buds, and it was not on a nose. but I'm quite often want to call it. This might be a finished whiskey where it might have some sort of a touch of sherry or maybe a fortified wine up front. It's not nutty or raisinous. It has sweetness and thickness of a fortified wine or first fill barrel, not like second or third fill.
I don't know if I've ever had any well, I guess I've had a little bit of second fill and third fill because we've had finished, but this is really, really good.
So, I got a lot of cinnamon up front.
I'm getting more right now as
like baking cinnamon.
I got the baking spices.
So, as a teenager, I used to love chewing on a cinnamon sticks. So I'm picking cinnamon sticks, not cinnamon powder. I'm picking up that wood along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, good age on it, or maybe picking up from whatever barrel, whether it's a small or large, and it doesn't feel like any youthfulness to it. It's not.
That's really good.
But I think you're right on the. Might be like some sort of finished aspect.
It's funny, especially finished whiskey, you would pick up on more on a finish, and more on a nose, not mid palate.
So you ready?
Okay.
Because we haven't read the notes yet. Kyle
I haven't certainly.
I haven't either, and that's why I'm giggling right now. Kyle checked the proofs. 2.4 is a 5-year red wine finish Polish rye whiskey.
Polish rye.
So the rye would be the wooding.
And I now remember I had actually a distributor sample of this. And it's really tasty.
And it's 117 proof, which is perfect starter for my...
And I was debating with this because there were some red wine finish samples and their barrel pick came in the market. They were not very well received, and I don't want to be a guy who pushes the envelope sometime, which I do quite often, but...
I really like
If I want to buy a whole barrel of this thing, that's how I look at it. It's like, will I buy a whole barrel of it?
Well,
I probably will.
You buy a whole barrel of it? All right, there you go.
From your standpoint, you have to look at it as an investment.
But also, I want to
right.
see if will it be a crowd pleaser.
Right.
I
And,
really like this. For a rye, this doesn't have... So you do got a little bit of the spicy rye flavors. I think that's where I was picking up the green notes, the earthy notes.
The rye.
The rye.
Yeah.
But
that back end cinnamon sticks comes along really nicely.
Yep.
Hangs along, God, solid 30, 40, 45 seconds.
All right, so now we're at 2.8.
No, 210.
Left side. Left side.
But I don't want to read from right
English, honey, left to right.
No, I want to read Japanese style.
How about from Carl to me?
Yeah, I'm your first pick, remember?
Tell me when, because I'm going to just keep pouring.
Something about it, even last drop of water. I'm like...
Yeah, because you don't want it to water down the flavor. Like, watering down the flavor is like
Somebody
the
I'm
worst.
tasting, like, I see water in your glass.
Or worse, it contaminates your mouth.
No, it doesn't. It's just water.
It totally
It's
does.
some of the best water from Italy.
But just watering down the bourbon in general. The water actually does taste very lovely. But you don't want to water down your bourbon. So wait,
That's more important. That I don't want to water down the bourbon.
So I will say on the last sample, the wine finish was done really well with the rye.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't overdone. It was just a nice complement. They weren't fighting for dominance.
And it was more on a front end, so where I want rye to shine as a rye is more on a finish.
And that it did.
So that's what it did.
It was beautiful. So I want some of this. So whenever the bottles come this way, we need this in my mouth. So
That's what she said.
make it happen. So 210. What do we got with 210?
Lighter on the nose.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm not going to say what I get. You guys can say it first because I don't want to contaminate.
No, you're fine.
You don't have to worry.
I just didn't
about it.
want to say
Nobody
that-
can see you who you're standing here.
I just didn't want to say the cinnamon for you last time.
I get soap on this one.
Oh.
I don't know why, but that's what I'm getting.
You were all about like the
You
cleaning
must
products.
have flavored soap. I don't. I try to have.
It smells like
I try to have unflavored soap with kids.
no, it smells like ivory, like ivory soap.
I never had ivory. I only seen ivory as a color.
No, it's really there's a soap called ivory. I grew up with it as a kid. It smells like soap. I got nothing besides that. It's got a little bit of an oaky finish to it, but it smells like soap.
Maybe a sandalwood.
Maybe that's why I'm getting soap.
Well, I had a soap that was sandalwood flavored.
Do you smell soap? Does
I
it smell
don't.
like soap to
It
you?
doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't get the soap, but I definitely get vanilla, some baking spices.
Man, she threw me off on my game.
I told you. I told you I didn't want to go first.
This is why we
let her speak last.
Yes.
This is why you can't come to barrel picks.
But I do pick good picks. There is a little bit of oak.
Well, in current situation with coronavirus, use soap generously.
Hand sanitizer, you know? I mean, what do you got?
I think you may be onto something with the sandalwood. There's definitely like a woody aspect in there. So anyway, cheers, guys. Back to the sandalwood.
And vanilla.
Yeah,
Lot of woodiness.
a lot of woodiness. Not a lot of barrel tannins though.
It is smooth.
Not tannins.
Like it's not the acidic barrel, but lots
Not
of
tannins.
wood.
I also get like a little bit like of banana. Just like a hint, not a like punch you in the face banana like your Jack Daniels or a banana bread like Old Forester, but just like a
That I could see.
like when you smell bananas, like just a slight hint of banana. And there's
Second
soap.
sip, more wood.
Soap.
I don't get soap.
I get more.
Plus, I never licked soap. So
Maybe I got soap put in my mouth as a kid.
I get more cherry
I would say dried
towards
cherries.
towards the finish. On the second sip.
A certain angle of a glass, I pick up more alcohol burst on it.
I got that too.
And it works only at a certain angle.
Just a hint. But there's definitely maybe that's the sandalwood I'm picking up, but there's definitely a soap component.
It goes from sweetness to wood to baking spice to cherry for me.
Just smack your wife in the face.
Psh.
I got some vanilla on the front end, and then I got soap.
I'm on a fence with this one. I'm undecided.
I am not.
I'm picking up a finish that not biggest fan of.
It's got a lot
And I
of
probably want to call it more like, along with cinnamon, the alcohol keeps tingling. And it's not just the flavor keeps tingling on the back of my mouth. And I'm getting some breathing of a clove spice, which is, I love clove and cinnamon. Not biggest fan of coriander, but unless it's a beer.
There's something in here that's just not.
not jiving with you.
It tastes like soap.
It's not. I'm not getting soap.
It's
There's
not
a lot of
soap.
wood,
It's
but
soap.
yeah.
I wish I could come up with a better flavor
Maybe
profile.
you need a new glass.
No, I think maybe it was a mixture that tasted like the first one was amazing, and I even liked the essence of Iowa, but I got bubbles on the back end of that of soap.
Have I ever told you you're weird?
I'd be interested to see what everyone else got. I got a hint of banana too, so like banana soap, vanilla banana soap.
Never seen one.
Haven't either, but there you go. All right, We ready for 2-6 because we're going.
Maybe just an idea. Have a mute episode.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
I read lips pretty stinking well as if you've done video chats with us. Or...
And then you put a commentary in a text, like edit your own subtitle, like interpretation. It's not exactly word to word. Like this is what we talked about.
And have to have it back up, it back up and go forward again.
We got to get the people from the bad lip readings.
I would love that. Hey, if you know someone that's into that, go ahead, drop us a message. We would love to do bad lip ratings. That would make my day. Except ones when I get really animated about how bad it tastes. That'd be hilarious. Right, we're ready to do 2-6. See, left to right. I got this.
Yes, finally.
It only took me. It took me 3 bottles.
Glass like this, and then fling it, and that's how you get all the water out of your glass.
Unless you have
Tarak,
COVID.
I'm throwing it all over your floor. So.
Unless you have COVID-19. If you got COVID-19, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, I said that. We have to edit that out.
No, you don't.
You can say that now?
Yeah, you can
That's
say
a word you can say now on YouTube. That's fantastic. There's been a lot of episodes I've been careful
I'm
not to
not
say
familiar with that. You can't use word COVID on the YouTube?
When all this first started, you couldn't. They would
demonetize your video.
everything.
Oh, okay.
So, because people were putting videos out there just to get views and stuff with no actual
Content.
You're right.
People would click on it.
But we didn't talk about what actually it was, the last one.
Oh, shoot. Okay,
Let's go backwards.
What, we were on 2-6?
Yeah.
2-6.
No, 210.
210. No.
Yes. 10.
Yes, 210. It's an 6-year, 80% corn whiskey. Claremont, Kentucky. Used barrel beam called Obtainium Kentucky whiskey, and it was 126 proof.
And age on it approximately?
6 years.
6 years.
So 80% corn whiskey in a used barrel and the barrel was from Jim Beam.
Jim Beam. There we go. And it's called Obtainium.
And it's distilled in Claremont, which is Beam also.
Okay.
Just
That's really tragic because I
just
really
connecting the dots, and I'm trying to avoid my lips getting red.
and I don't like. And we all know what I think of Beam products. I love Beam products. That tasted like soap. So sorry.
A lot of people also.
You do. You say soap.
One of the things about it, like a lot of people won't drink Beam because they drank that in a college time. In a college time, I didn't drink. I didn't drink until I bought liquor stores. So I actually regard Beam in very high
Love Beam.
respect in the tastings and whatnot. Part of it is there are a lot of craft products come out, and I have tried a lot of those things, and I work as a filter, what I call. I filter those things out, not to carry here. Or sometimes intentionally I carry it because it's so crappy and even salesmen need a help. But there are a lot of $50, $60, $80 bottle of whiskey that don't drink as good as $15 Jim Beam white label.
Yeah.
This is true.
For sure.
And so I like Beam.
I do too. I like Beam a lot.
I have no problem saying it.
Same thing with me for like Evan Williams.
Yeah.
I don't like this one though.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Which one?
210.
The one we just tried.
The one that tasted like soap.
I don't dislike it. I'm on a fence on it. And so there might be a better, or it's probably the best resources available to create the blend. Or that's what I'm thinking about.
So on this one, I would say stick to your classic Jim Beam. It's so much better than this one. What would you do? Would you do this one or would you do your
Have you
classic?
tried Beam 4-year-old cask strength?
No, but I need to.
Sometime you get lucky.
I'll have to
I
try
was
that at some
lucky.
point.
I had it with Freddie No Jr.
Well, I'm definitely a fan of Little Book. I'm definitely a fan of Booker's. We all know that.
You should like that a lot more.
Should I?
A lot more sweeter notes.
Yes, very much. I get raisins.
Caramel, burnt
Raisins,
sugar.
big time.
Huge raisin. In a good way.
Creme brulee.
Yep.
I was just thinking that.
Total burnt sugar.
Yep.
And the creamy smell that goes with the creme brulee. Nice choice of words. Totally agree. I gotta watch out. I keep leaning on this box. It's my new best friend.
Well, you're not sitting in a chair.
Let me tell
No.
you about
On
my
the show, you
best
got
friend.
used to it, I guess.
On the show, I'm usually standing on a box.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
I'm perched on top of books on top of a chair.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard that now.
I'm really not that tall. They're just that short.
Yeah.
I don't have
I think
heels on
he's
tonight.
standing on a box.
Oh, let me get a... Sorry.
There's been times where I've stood on a box that's been taller than you, and it's a really weird perception.
sure it is.
It's like, oh,
Perspective.
perspective.
There you go.
I haven't been drinking at all.
So,
Nobody said so.
Nope.
Not here.
Nope.
air conditioning kicked on.
So total
That
raisins,
smells
creamy.
delicious.
Tarak's gone all in.
Yep, I'm going in.
This is delightful.
Wow.
Lot of red fruits. It's a mixture of a lot of red fruits, not just cherries, but also some raspberries without tartness,
And a hint of cinnamon.
and cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Very
or,
well balanced.
Or like a clove. A little bit of clove. And
Cinnamon straight up. And it's not
you can't
obtrusive.
tell me I'm wrong.
I can. We all can be
Yeah.
wrong. You guys told me I was wrong about the soap.
No, we said we didn't get that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't get
I get a little bit of
clove.
Indian dessert and along with a cardamom.
Cardamom.
A little bit of a pudding with cardamom. Maybe rice pudding with cardamom, but no rice.
We're getting like some pecans, some leather.
Leather.
You know what would be awesome is to mix all
Would
of
it
this.
be English or Italian leather?
I don't know the difference.
Me either.
You know what would be awesome?
I was
is
trying to think of the what kind of sparrow.
Is it an English sparrow or a French? It's swallow, by the way.
Swallow, whatever.
Is it an English swallow or an English swallow or a French swallow? And the answer is I don't know. As you fly off a cliff. Have you seen Mighty Python and the Holy Grail?
No, it's on my watch list.
You need to watch it.
I fall asleep watching old movies sometime though.
So I would like to make a chai tea with this.
That would
It
be
would
good.
be good.
I've been making my own chai
So-
teas.
I would mix with a halwa if people know what halwa is.
I don't know what a halwa
It's
is.
usually made after you do everything you could do with milk. I don't know how it's made. I just like halwa.
It
So-
sounds like something I need to try.
This is everything you would want in a bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
It checks all of
Bourbon?
the boxes.
Or whiskey.
Whiskey in general.
We don't know this is bourbon or not.
American
Yeah.
whiskey. American whiskey.
This is what you want on your palate.
It's a little cinnamon forward for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I wish we would have saved some sample for that one of the other one to compare with this, the Polish rye with this one.
I think I'm still in on the Polish rye a little bit more.
I'm in on this.
This one has it is I think it's a touch cinnamon forward for me, but I would love to pour that into a chai tea and make it a new hot toddy. You could have a chai. Sorry, I can speak. You can have a chai tea hot toddy.
The finish on that just
Chai
keeps going.
from Ceylon or Darjeeling?
I'm a
or-
Marsala chai, homemade
I have no idea.
with cardamom, ginger, star of anise. I also put black pepper. I make my own chai teas, and it's amazing.
Weirdo. The finish
But
on
you
that.
need chai or tea from somewhere.
Green tea is what I use as the chai part.
Where's the green tea come from? Where's the tea
It's
coming
organic green tea from Walmart.
from? Hey!
It's
Walmart has aisles
it's organic. It's organic.
of
It's
plants for tea.
it's organic. What is it? Like Lu Hong's green tea? I don't even know. It's amazing. Something similar to that.
The finish on that lasts for days.
It does, right there.
Like, I can still taste it, and it's been a few
So
minutes.
before sip, there was a sweet smell, but after sip, I would just keep smelling this glass. God damn
The
it.
sweetness went
good.
away.
So good.
It's
a
more
little bit-
leather.
Yeah, I get more of the.
There
The
is,
dark.
there is a little bit of earthy funk. There is one particular wine I had back in days, and remind me, it's probably a spontaneously fermented red wine.
All right, you ready?
Has some funk to it.
Yep.
It's a 2.5 year, so 2.5 year. It's a 50-50 blend first. It's a 50-50 blend of an MGP bourbon,
2.5 year.
2.5 year, finished in a 15-gallon. So all of this is finished in. I'm sorry, I'm deciphering notes. And then a 11-year light whiskey. So you got 50-50 of a 2.5 year, 36% MGP bourbon. And then you got an 11-year light whiskey, all finished together in a 15-gallon barrel.
No.
Okay, obviously I'm not
I'll
deciphering
decipher
this
that.
right.
So it's 50%, 2.5 year, 36% rye, MGP, bourbon,
Where'd you get the rye?
36%.
Was that just
That's their
automatically?
mash bill recipe.
Sorry.
Finished in a 15-gallon barrel and an 11-year light whiskey. And it's coming out of the 129 proof.
Wow, that does not drink like 129
It doesn't.
proof.
Man, this is such a
It's
fun
so
nose.
good.
Like, I
It
don't
is,
want
it
to
is.
take
It
my
is.
nose out of this glass.
It is so good.
So when we first were smelling, I don't think any of us got the leathery smells.
Not on the.
No, not on the nose.
Not on the
No
nose.
nose, but after
It
drinking,
materializes as it breathes in.
because I'm getting the leather and I'm getting also the tobacco and I'm getting all of those.
Tobacco.
I don't want to lose this smell, so I'm gonna use a new glass.
I don't blame you. It is beautiful.
That. So far, this is my winner.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
I think we
2.4.
have two winners. I don't think it's either or. It's not a battle pick. It's one where like you buy as many as you want.
So which one's your top choice so far? Or top two?
The Essence top two. I'm just working my way through it, and I'm gonna decide like if I'm gonna ball all in or
All
4 out
out.
of 5 or 3 out of 5. So far, how many we tried?
So,
4.
As we were
And
sitting
it's
here,
3 out of 5 or 3 out of 4.
as we were
What's
sitting here
a
tasting
2 out of
these,
4?
I was kind of thinking, if you haven't been on a barrel pick, this is kind of exactly what
Yeah.
goes on.
If
on
you
a barrel
don't have a
pick. Like,
limit how many barrels you could buy, you go like I'm gonna buy that. I'm gonna skip that one.
I don't think there's anyone to real. Well, I think I might skip the soap. But 2.4 and 2.6 are like right there. They're both beautiful
They are.
in their own different ways. And so I think my favorite's still 2.4
I'm
with
just gonna put this glass aside. I'm gonna mark it. I'm gonna go for a next
Yep,
glass.
I got a new glass.
Yeah.
why not?
I'm gonna smell my empty glass for a reset. Another thing I work is smell my own self to reset.
You know, that's something that they also do with perfumes, candles. Anytime you're smelling anything, if you need a reset, smell your own skin. It's something you're used to smelling. It will clear your palate. So
Yeah, I know some people say like coffee beans and
Coffee beans works
all this
sometimes.
stuff, but this is something that always
Yeah.
it's always
a
with you.
neutral.
Unless you wear perfume on a battle pick, which
Well,
I tell my guys, if you're
don't.
coming on a battle
I'll
pick,
kill you.
make sure for 24 hours before the pick, do not smoke cigar, and do not wear perfume, and don't have a soap that's gonna smell like
I'll kill you.
sandalwood or
I'll kill you. I mean,
yeah.
please. I
And
mean,
also,
wear your natural odor, like not obtrusive. Like
Yeah, don't come in with body odor.
right, take a shower, wash.
Yeah,
do
don't
what
smoke
you need to
weeds,
do.
whatnot.
Right, but like please,
Certainly don't bring weed on a battle pick.
see, you guys are all guys, thank God. Women, and I love hanging out with my girlfriends and all, but some of them like really like swim in like Bath and Body Works, and you're just like, please God, don't do that. Luckily enough, my
Like
girlfriends.
the lady at the mall that you walk 15 feet behind, and you're like, oh.
Or you walk through the makeup
Or walk
counter.
on the other side.
You walk through the makeup counter
Make
and they're
a
like,
stop at a coffee spot. Have
I
yourself a
can't.
coffee.
I can't. I mean it. I mean lovely things to.
You already started.
No,
I
it's
did.
water. I have
You
soda
did.
water.
No, I already
Yeah.
started.
I have soda water still in my glass.
You're talking
I'm too
much.
busy blasting people.
It is what it is, I guess. You can't control other people.
No, and I can't control my mouth either. So
So, much lighter on the nose. Even though it's supposed to be a higher proof. Definitely doesn't smell like a high proof.
Until
get
you breathe
peaches.
in heavy. Until you breathe in heavy. And then, like, oh, give me a second.
I get peaches and cream,
I can totally see that.
All right.
and it's not much. No, I this is a
Somebody gonna
really...
turn on the music. Well,
start dancing.
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. You're welcome. First one's free, by the way.
yeah.
So first off, I just saw the proof. I looked down. This isn't smelling like that.
Why are you looking down, cheater?
I'm just going by what you said. I have not even
Cheater,
looked
cheater,
at it.
tater eater.
We've been drinking.
Cream.
It's peaches and cream,
Yeah.
and maybe a hint of ethanol.
I breathe in
almost
heavy,
do
and so I pick up ethanol much more.
Like, if I stick my nose down in there and breathe deep, like, you get the ethanol, but...
Yeah.
Not
But it was very muted without it for me.
Right.
there's no. We've had the last three all had smells like right in your face, and this is like meh. It's lingering. Oh, yep, nope. All right, here we go. Wow,
I'm going in.
I did.
Right off the bat, first thing it reminded me of was those Werther's butterscotch candies.
Butterscotch, big time.
Right off the bat, just instantly.
Really? I got
Instantly.
Butterscotch. I probably haven't had a candy, or if I would have it, I would totally chew it down and forgot about it. Just I liked it so much, so I finished it quick.
Yep. So the second time,
This is for me is to get yourself into trouble.
Oh, yeah.
very much so. I got peaches and cream the first time. After you guys said butterscotch, I went back for it, and
Because
yeah,
this does not drink like...
134 proof.
No. Not one bit.
Doesn't smell like it. Doesn't
So-
taste it.
Probably light whiskey, I would assume.
Probably.
Just because I tried
It drinks
so
like
many
a
of them.
110, 115 proof. I mean,
It has a shorter finish for the proof.
it's got a lot of flavor in the mid palate.
Yeah.
I get
And
peach.
it's makes a pops and disappears, and like, what did I miss? Let me go back. It's a clean finish. Like,
It
it
very-
goes away in less than 30, maybe less than 15 seconds.
It is very clean, but the first time around it was peaches and cream, and then the second time around I definitely got the butterscotch, but it is light. Light.
Wow. That is straight up butterscotch.
So, I already read the notes. I'm super excited about this, actually.
Yeah.
I want
go ahead
a
and say it.
barrel.
You want a barrel?
I want a barrel.
Jen.
Gene, hook her up.
I don't have the money for a barrel,
Oh, I don't believe that.
but I would drink the whole barrel. I would swim in this barrel. I'd live in this barrel.
So you're
So-
saying this is your winner.
On a whole, on all flavors, yes. If I was looking for the bourbon, no.
Interesting.
Because I get peaches and cream on this. I don't have any flavor profile that you get.
Will make a peach tea with it?
Yes!
Ooh.
Hells yeah!
So
So,
what's in it?
it is a 13-year MGP light French, and it was finished in a French port barrel
Ooh.
at 134 proof.
I need it, Jen. If you guys are listening, we'll
And
do
I'm
a
gonna be
barrel pick
living
with
here.
this.
I'm going to be like, Kyle, just buy them all. Buy them all. So if you're looking for your bourbon profiles, you're not going to get any of the oak. You're not going to get any caramel. You're not going to get any. You do get the butterscotch, but you're not going to get any leather. You're not going to get any. Like, this is so left field, and it's so amazing.
To me, the last two are definitely not out in left field.
You don't
You know
think
what?
the last one?
The last one was textbook whiskey bourbon.
After knowing what it is finished in,
You pick up a little of the.
what
See,
I
I
would put
drank
against
mine.
it, what I
Any
would put
arguments
against
for
is
this?
Bardstown Bourbon Company collaboration with Cooper and King, finished in a muscatel wine barrel. And that muscatel wine barrel finish is one of my favorite finished whiskey.
Any argument if I finish this is try and
No,
figure
go
out what
ahead.
you guys are talking about? Because
I like this, and first thing after this video, I'm gonna send a Jane a message.
yeah, this is amazing.
Need.
So
This is.
I would say for
delicious.
sure at the top of my list is 2.6 and 2.8.
This is some sort of like a pastry.
Don't inhale.
The last two that we had, for sure, just
Freaking
freaking insane.
This is good.
The first ones were good.
Right there, and I tried to breathe.
The last two were,
I think we did a good job by keeping lower proof to higher proof.
yeah.
Yes.
Because if you would have tried this one first, we were having so much disappointed with soap.
Yes, I would definitely disappointed with soap. But this does not. I mean, I'm not getting a textbook bourbon on this.
It's not bourbon by any means.
Well, okay,
Light
well,
whiskey.
I'm not getting textbook bourbon on it.
Whiskey.
So
Go ahead, finish
we
your
don't
drink.
know.
Drink.
All right.
Take 3. This
All right.
is what happens.
What I'm gonna say, light whiskey. MGB makes few different types of light whiskey. This is quite possibly, and I might be wrong, 99% corn, 1% barley. Distill it over 160 proof, so it can't be called bourbon.
No.
It's used barrel, so can't be called bourbon. Probably went in a used barrel at over 125 proof. Probably. We don't know that. 3 reasons why it can't be called bourbon. Best part about it, the finishing. Because I have had a lot of unfinished light whiskey. I had 7 barrels of unfinished light whiskey. And I could say that finishing barrel gives such a nice touch to it.
Yes.
Butterscotch there, but there is other things going around that supplements it. It makes a show, but it doesn't overpower the core flavor.
And
of
everything is
butterscotch.
working in perfect harmony.
It is.
Yes.
Like nothing is overpowering,
No.
fighting for dominance. Like
And there are not woody tannins on it for the 13 years age.
not one bit.
No oak either.
First sip had a clean finish, but now it keeps lingering as I sip on more. That I'm picking up those white fruits, peaches. I'm not picking for a port wine barrel. I'm not picking red fruits. I would say white fruits, but baked. Man, this is good.
It really
The
is.
bigger sip you take, the bigger
Those-
finish it gets.
The last two were just a whole nother level.
Okay, so I think we can rate these. This is the cool part. We don't know what, like I said, well, like we said in the earlier video,
Last two.
we don't know what these are.
I wouldn't say just last two. I mean, there is every kind of clientele out there.
No, I'm saying the
What are
first
your-
3 were good.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about that. Especially the wine finished one would probably be my third.
the Polish rye.
Second.
Yes, the Polish rye wine finished. That was really good. But like I said, like the last two were just on a whole nother level for me.
I think it was really high up. I know number 3 was dipped down, and then they went back up. So they rescued themselves. I mean, I
What-
think these all whiskeys are fantastic. Number 3 probably needed a little work on. Maybe needed a little bit more time on. Or maybe
I would
just
agree with
needed-
that.
I mean, Gene is probably master blender, master finisher. I would say he does a really good job with so far what I have tried his samples. And so I would say 4 out of 5 are big win.
Yeah.
I think
For sure.
I'm not just thinking about what I would drink, because I think I would drink any of this. I'm a wanderer. I'm curious. I want to see what's out there, what's possible. This finished whiskey, what they're bringing to the table, are amazing. That otherwise you won't have it there. Finishing is really craftsmanship. Just somebody force it that what's possible. A lot of people, when they try finished whiskey, they don't know what it's been finished off and what it's going to contribute to the table. And as I taste a lot of different wines, and I'm curious about wines as much as I'm curious about whiskeys, I see what the finishing barrels do to it, because what wine has a flavor to it. So I really enjoy this.
I would say my biggest thing for craft distilleries is they don't know when to pull it out of a finishing barrel.
That's true.
They taste it and they say, I like where this is going. And they taste it, they say it's good. And then they taste it and they say, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's let it keep going. And that's where they mess up. Like,
Well, it's also
it's
the
knowing
thing is
when to pull it out is that.
a lot of them are starting out, and a lot of them are getting the barrels what are accessible.
Right.
There are some barrels that you just can't dream of that you could get because it's auction price. You have to buy in an open market where everybody's bidding on it, and you might not have enough resources to bid on it.
Right.
If you bid on it, you're keeping your fingers crossed that that barrel would come in a good shape to you. A lot of sherry barrels you get, a lot of rum barrels you get, they are very dehydrated, so they will suck so much whiskey out of the finishing process or leak it out. Some of the barrels, like Jack Daniels, for example, they use maple wood barrel, and they are such a porous wood that whiskey will leak so much that they cover a whole barrel in a wax to keep whiskey from leaking.
Right.
And wax will not give a flavor.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
So
super interesting tastings. Really
this is
great.
really fun part.
There's
I got to say, Gene, huge thank you to
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
And
Yes.
Cat's Eye Distillery. And, I mean,
can't wait I can't wait for it to get to Tennessee.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
Looking
keep,
forward to have your products on the shelf.
keep
Yep.
on keeping on, man.
Yeah.
And cheers.
They are.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Right now I'm cheersing with water. I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
drink
We
some
all got water at this point because
Yeah.
we drank all your samples. So cheers on that.
Delicious.
Oh, I think I'm gonna finish with that 80 proof. Essence of Iowa.
We held it off.
You sure you don't need it?
Go for it.
It's all you. So if you find yourself in Spring Hill, go ahead, stop on in at Elixir, come on down. You won't find a better selection anywhere else in the Tennessee Valley. Absolutely love this store. Thank you so much, Tarak,
for
for
having me on the show.
And I would say, you guys know I'm huge into barrel picks. You probably have, between 30 and 50 on hand at any given time?
About 36 at the moment.
there you go.
So,
And they are all amazing. I can't say enough good things.
It's all because of customers like you who are interested in a good bourbon,
There
a
you
good
go.
whiskey. Wouldn't do without you.
So till next time, noon central on Friday, drink blind.
cheers.
Cheers.
And I totally stole Kyle's line.
That's not going to work. Why are you guys so short?